Good morning, everyone. It's our February garden tour. So we have our Valentine Decor. We got that from the Dollar Tree. Well, I actually made it, as well as that. And I have a video in the description box below with all my Valentine Decor making stuff. Over here we have my container garden, my container pots. There's one, two of them. These are getting ready to get changed out, but first of all, take a look at how huge these are. These got so big. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's like 6 levels of leaf, and I'm gonna link a photo of what they look like before. There's also some pansies in here. I actually have a dianthus in here as well. So the pansies and dianthus are doing well. Everything is doing well, so I'm gonna change these out though. And I got this from Walmart. Like, this is so cute. Like, who knew Walmart had tulips like this ready to go? So I'll link a video to that video as well. But that was a great find at Walmart. I got a red one and I got the pink one over here. And here go the other container. This is a Blue Point juniper, and I have a video of when I was planting everything. So like I said, I'll have that in the description. All the videos that I mentioned will be in the description below. Even these tree stumps, I actually had a video with me. There was a hedge right here. I got it taken out. I'll link that video there below. I still have to come in and take the stumps out. So we'll take care of that later. This is my salvia. Mystic Spires. Oh, look at it. So that's my salvia. And the bees love it. I actually have 2. That's 1. And the other one is over here. That's 2. So since we're over here, let's finish this up. And the birds are out. I have a lot of birds because I live close to the woods, so they're all over there. And the tree up here, over there. Alright, so let's finish up here. Let me go on the other side. Alright, so let's start with here. So this, excuse my wall, I still haven't. I'll clean it up as part of my spring cleaning once I do that. But that's from when the hedge was here, because it came from here all the way around. So I kind of took it down to make it a lot more clear. Not clear, more visibility, and I can see my garden. Anyways, these container here, I'm going to pot these in those 2 planter pots. I'm going to relocate these in the ground. So that's going to be the new ones. I'm going to keep the juniper and just put those in there. And it's actually more supertunia vistas and bordeaux's and my lobelia. I got to get those in. So here's my hydrangea. This is my hydrangea. I actually have a video of me cutting that back. So this is my first time cutting it back, so I'm excited to see how it does. I'm keeping it in the container because I do get sun here. This is Florida, and I'm concerned if it's gonna be too hot right here. If it loves its spot right here, I'll take it out the container and put it in the ground. These are just the branches I cut off. I stuck them in the ground to see if they'll come back. This is my rose from Costco. It was actually 2 for like $12, I believe. It was in a box. So that's my rose from Costco. I actually had 2. Here go the second one here. And then these 2 are yellow. I have 2 red ones I gave to my mom and my aunt. Theirs are doing great. In fact, my mom's own is doing the best, and she hasn't pampered it. You know, roses are very pampered. Hers is looking way better than mine. Now this is my knockout rose, my double knockout rose. And I'm pretty sure I missed the window to do my cutbacks and everything, so I'll take care of it next year. But this one has 2 buds already coming in. Actually, this is the one that's in the pot. Yeah, this is the one in the pot. And I have another one over here that I had from last year. This is when I was supposed to cut back. I never came in and cut it back. It also has buds on it getting ready to open up. I still haven't cleaned up this area here. That rose over there is one of my first roses. It's a pink rose. I'll link a picture here showing what it looked like. But that, it's not as upright as the double knockout rose, so I'm going to be moving that. This is actually a sumerific hibiscus. It's the edge of night. It's going to get big, so it's too big for this spot here, so I'm going to move that as well. I also have my dianthus here. There's a one, and I have some in the pot, so I'm going to get those. Oh, there's another red one over here as well. Here you go, the red dianthus right there. It's actually getting bigger. And this one is a snapdragon I've had since last year. It overwintered perfectly. Like there's no dye back to the plant or anything like that, so I did well. I still have some supertunia vistas in the pots. I actually grabbed these two along with the other ones when I went to Janey's hardware garden center. I have a video to that as well. And I really like the garden center. It's very, they carry proven winners plants. I actually found them on the proven winners website, to be honest. But I actually ran out of space, and if you notice or if you've seen my previous video, I'm actually doing a pink and white theme, and it goes all the way over there, so I'm going to show you over there in a minute. But this was inspired by Garden Addictz, Moya with Garden Addictz. She did, I believe, the same supertunia vistas, but she also did sweet potato vine. So I didn't want a sweet potato vine in mine. I wanted a different one. I also was inspired by Janey with Dig Plant Water Repeat. She actually didn't have the Super Vista bubblegum. She had jazzberry, and she also had the sweet potato vine, but I didn't want that sweet potato vine, the green color in mine. I just wanted pink and white. So mine's a little different from theirs, but I really love how theirs came out. We'll see in the spring and summer how it does, but I think it's going to be really full, and I'm going to like it, so we'll see. Now back to here. So those are my plants over there. This one, I'm so proud of it. This one is actually, oh, look at the holly, a berry from the Christmas holly. This is a Christmas holly right here. It still has all its cherries or berries, so it still have quite a few on it. Look at that, so pretty. So these below are my endless summer hydrangea from proven winners. They were propagated from not this pot, but the one over there. I'll show it to you in a minute, but I propagated from that, and I really liked it. Actually, was it from that one? Now that I'm thinking, I'm gonna link a video below and you will see. But yeah, I think it's from the pink one. But I really liked it. Like, it came out so good. Look at that. It's budding up nicely. I see new leaves in it, and it did good over the winter because I have it on the porch, so it didn't lose its leaves like the other one. And I didn't cut it back or anything. I just took it and planted it here, and I'll show you a clip from the previous video. I'll link that video below as well. But this one is doing nice, and eventually what I'm going to do, those are going to be my two replacements for my planter pots. I'm going to put them in the big pots. Also under here, I have a climbing rose. It's a red climbing rose. It's climbing up there. And what else do we have over here? Oh, I didn't show you my French vanilla sumerific hydrangea. I keep saying hydrangea, hibiscus. Oh my goodness. And look at all that leaf falling. I promise you, look at this. There's leaves everywhere. Look at that, leaves. And I raked and swept and blew all these leaves out last week, and the very next day they came back. I'm like, you know what? We're just gonna do it once a month because I don't want the grass to get choked in with the leaves, because these leaves don't break down as fast as the bigger leaves. And I hope you guys can hear me over the birds and the landscapers. And let's see here. This one is my hydrangea. Look at all the buds coming in. We are so ready for spring. Oh my goodness. Spring, spring, spring. So let's take a look out. Go this way. Oh, here go my other summerific proven winners, Holy Grail hibiscus. So I actually have 3. So there's one here, the second one is right there, and the third one is over there. So if you see that area, all the plants there, it's too big for that area, so I'm going to move it once spring gets here. Even though I feel like we already have spring here in Florida, but once I see it start coming up, I'll get it moved. So it's sleeping right now. I'll show you my other salvia. Look at this. This is my first salvia that I got, the deep ocean salvia. This one's a perennial, so it came back, and look what we have here. Wow. And I need to come in and cut this back. There's actually 2 of them. There's another one. Oh my gosh, the hyacinth smells so good. If you have been following my bulb updates, you know how excited I am to see these hyacinths. Look at that. Here go two new ones coming in. Ooh, look at that. So we have different growth patterns here. So these came out really nice. I like it. Why is it leaning over? Is it too heavy? Ooh, it smells so good. Now, if anyone knows, if I cut the flower out, will I get another one there, or is it just one per plant, or does it come back like dahlias? You know, with the dahlias, you cut them, you get more. The same thing for the tulips. If I cut them, will I get more tulips? This one is doing so good. This tulip here, this tulip here are the same. So the tulips and these hyacinths I purchased from Longfield Gardens. They're doing so well. Look at that. I really like them. Look at that. We have 3 more coming up over here. So pretty. Wow. And these tulips over here, I got them from Home Depot. And I got one from somewhere else. This one's red and yellow. I was concerned that it was too short, but they're growing taller. Okay, so it flowers short and still continues taller. Like the yellow one is taller than the red one, but they're growing. They're getting taller. Okay. So pretty. And I've also included this in my bulb updates. Here you go, more. Look at that, there's more bulbs coming out. This is my first time successfully growing tulips. Why are they coming out so short? Look at that. Look how short it is, but they're already shooting out. Not complaining. I have bulbs, not complaining. And if you remember this one, these are my test bulbs. So this one actually was in the pot I got from Publix. I'll link that as well. And I planted to see, can we plant the bulbs directly from the store-bought ones? And this one is the one that was in water. It's not shooting up anything as yet, so I'm not sure if the forest bulbs will do well in the dirt. I'll keep an eye on it and keep you posted and let you know if forest bulbs can be transplanted easily. Wow. Look at them basking in the sun. Go tulips. We have tulips in Florida. Oh my goodness. Listen, my gardening dreams have been made. I've successfully grown tulips. Look at the hyacinths. Wow. Look at that. We have hyacinths in Florida. And so here go my other Limelight hydrangea. This one, I've cut this back as well. And these were my vintage garden moms. I have a video to that one as well. That one is going out, so I'll be moving that one soon. And these are the benches. So I have my red and white theme going to match the porch. And there go more leaves falling. So we're coming around. So this is the tulips that I got from Publix. I just put them in this pot. I'm going to need to get this relocated soon. Now this one's my endless summer hydrangea. I got this one from Lowe's. This one and that one, it was on clearance. And I believe these are from Bloomables. I'm gonna have to double check, but I think they were the Bloomables one. They were like $7. It was a winter last year I got them. Not last year, the year before. Yeah, actually last year, January, I believe. And they were pretty much almost dead when I took them home. And they came back to life. Like, that was awesome. It was $7 for both of them, actually. So that was good. And let's take a look behind this bench. So this is my coreopsis. It did so good over the winter. Like, none of the green died back or anything like that. The buds, those few buds right there, they got, I guess, I never deadhead them, I think. But they got so many new buds coming in just in time. Look at that, new buds, and these already opened up already. So I got this coreopsis last fall. I really liked it. It flowers amazing, so I'm keeping that there. These are my asters. They were over next to the Christmas holly last year. I've relocated them on this side to give them more space. And I don't believe I ever deadheaded them. So I need to come in and do that so we can get some new blooms. See? This is my aster. It looks pink, but they're more purple in person. Well, on the paper it looks pink, not sure why. And look at that, so much green on my hydrangea. So excited. So that's the bed here. Let's take a look at one of my favorite areas of this garden bed, and that's this section here. Wow. Now this area goes through so many changes. I have quite a few different plants I plant here, and I'll show some pictures of the previous seasons. Look at that. But I really like it. So now we have a pink, white, and I have daffodils right here and over there. I planted them late, so they're not in as yet, but because I did plant them late. But look at the supertunias. I think they're going to be so amazing, along with the hydrangeas. I'm super excited for that. So that's my overview shot. Let's go take a look at my small garden bed over there that I recently planted up. And if you want to see my video of when I was planting my supertunias and removing the kale, I'll link that in the description below as well. But now let's take a look at, this is my latest garden bed that I planted. Look, this is the hibiscus on standard. And I have some before photos of this as well. Like, this hibiscus was in a pot, then I planted it over here, and I've underplanted it with the supertunia Bordeaux and the lemon coral sedum. I believe I had the plant tags here. So this is the Bordeaux, that's what it looks like, and the lemon coral sedum. And behind this, and if you saw my bulb update, let me go on this side. You've heard me mention that I was watching Janey's video and she was like, I have tulips and hyacinths coming up from last year. And I was like, zone 9, what, really? And I went to go check mine, and look what I see. They're coming up from last year. However, they look a lot different, so I'm not sure if they're going to flower, but I'm going to keep an eye on them and keep you posted to see how they overwinter. In fact, I may keep these in the ground and see if they come back, just to test them, and we'll see if they come back or not, because I have a feeling that they won't do well in the fridge. We won't get as great of a performance. In fact, this year's performance wasn't that great because I think I needed to leave it in the fridge longer. or get them in the fridge earlier, because I planted them I think January 9th, and they were in there October 28th, I believe. So I need to get them in the fridge earlier. So no one tell me when I was planting, like, hey, you are planting the same color. If you look here, my theme is pink, white, and then I have pink and then another pink. So I had to go in and get another white to put in between there. It may be a bit too close. We'll see. Let's take a look at my side garden bed. Okay, so as we come over here, the birds may get a bit louder, so my apologies. I love their sound though. So here is my woodland garden. I've begun cleaning out that side over there. This is my first plant that's over here, is in ground. This is a hardy hibiscus. This one is actually from Bloomables. Yes, I'm going to cut the sticks back and take care of that. So I actually have two. This is one and the other one's on the other side. But before we take a look at that one, this is also my yesterday, today, and tomorrow. My aunt gave this to me. So I'm excited to see this bloom. I need to get it in ground to get some space cleared out for it. I have a lot of wild palm trees. So I'm going to incorporate palm trees with the hibiscus. So we'll figure that out later. But yeah, those palm trees are not going anywhere. But I need to come in and clean it out still. Those are some of my mom's that from last year. I need to come in and cut those back and get them in ground as well, so I can get them blooming for next time. I think we're supposed to get 3 blooms out the year. I initially had cut them back because I think, okay, if I cut them back, I'm going to get more blooms right away. No, they did not come back right away. In fact, I got some, but it wasn't as big and wow as when you first got it in the store. So that's that. So that's my hibiscus. Let me show you down there, because I'm going to do a dahlia bed, as well as I want this to be a shade garden, and my hydrangeas. A lot of things that I can plant in the front garden because it's so hot are going to be over here. Now, I have never cleaned over here before, and the main reason why, because I'm terrified of snakes. However, this last year I've gotten so much better because, and I think it's because I had my first few snake encounters, and every time they saw me, they ran so fast. And because I'm like, oh, you guys are more afraid of me than I am of you. Well, probably not, but they hauled ass. They ran. So I need to come in and finish cleaning it up. So right here, so everything pretty much looked like over there. So I started cleaning from here to that way. So I'm going to show you. So right here, I'm going to have my dahlias here. I want to get a climbing rose in here and another climbing rose in here, and have it go up and then make an arch. This is going to be my woodland arbor. I'm going to try and get like a natural arbor to it. All these trees that are in here, I'm going to keep them there because they're going to be the ones that are supporting my dahlias. I'm going to have them tied to that tree that's laying there. So I'm going to keep the natural flow of the woods and then not come in and take things up. And then you have another wild palm tree just sticking out right here. So that's going to stay. So you're going to have dahlias with palm tree, hibiscus with palm tree, hydrangeas with palm trees. So that's where we're going. So I need to come in and get these picked up. I wanted to get them done the same day. I wasn't able to, so now I'm afraid that there's things in there, so I'm going to have to recruit my husband to come help me. So yeah, and I don't know where all this trash comes from. I think somewhat good, because I actually seen people came and dumped stuff over here. There's literally a bag of trash that was over here. I'm like, who would do that? I'm like, that's so nasty. Anyways, so yeah, all those things. I don't want to drink soda, so no, those are not mine. But they had literally trash over there, so I got to clear it out over there. I have my hibiscus right here getting ready to get in the ground. That's one. There was even a walker in there. Like, who puts a dump a walker in the woods? But anyways, I found these stones here when I was digging up over there. You remember my mulch from my garden? I put them here because I want to make it a pathway or something. I'm not sure yet, but I'm going to reuse it over here. But these blocks, I made a stepping stone going over there or something. So yeah, so it's all cleared out. I just need to come in and get the trash. I got to separate the trash from the plants because we do have our city have bulk trash yard waste pickup. They will come and pick it up, so I need to get it to the side of the road so they can come and clean it up. But yeah, those are my noisy birds. Well, not my birds, they're for the woods, but they're gonna be mine for now. So that's the woodland. So I'm gonna come in and hopefully once we're done we get cleaned up nice. See, this is how it looks now. It looks like a bush and it looks messy, but if I put flowers there, it's going to have great carpet appeal. It's going to look like, wow, that's a beautiful woods. So that's the hope, is to get this entire woods beautified. So I'm excited for that. And I'm also going to have a coleus garden. So those are coleus right there. Those were there. They don't do too well whenever we get a freeze. So they normally die back, but they self-seed as well, and they come back with new coleus. So I don't mind. But I want to get a coleus garden because there's so many different coleus that I see and that I like. I just don't have the space in the front because they get so bushy, and I don't want snakes in the front, so they can stay over here. So I'll create more bush. All my bushy plants will be in the woodland gardens pretty much. Right here it gets super hot, so this will be all the hot stuff, and then down there it gets super cool because it's shaded. Those will be all the cool loving plants. So we're back to my hibiscus. Let's go take a look at the second hibiscus. So there go my second hibiscus down there. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to extend this garden bed out here. It's going to be like a semicircle, and I'm going to extend that. Over here is where my pansies went, my beautiful kale cabbages. And one cool thing that I noticed was, oh my goodness, these were all green. It changed to pink, purple, and now it's changing back to green. Like, isn't that amazing? Here go the other one. Look at that. It's changing back to green. Wow. So, and another thing I was thinking, I'm like, it's folding in on itself. So I'm like, is it going to turn into a cabbage? I'm like, I like the flowers. Is it going to curl up into a cabbage? So I'm going to keep an eye on that. This is the one that I got for $1. And I had 3 of them, and the other 2 didn't make it. I had it for over a year, so it went through the hot summer and everything, and it did well. I'm like, oh my goodness. So this is what motivates me to keep these, is to see if I can hold on to them until next year, because that one did so well over the summer that I'm like, if I keep these in the shade, maybe they might do better, and I can plant them back in the front next August. So yeah. So this is my... Why is there water leaking here? Where is that water coming from? Hold on. There is literally water leaking from here. I'm going to have my husband check that out. The sprinkler is on, so maybe one of the sprinkler heads got buried. Interesting. So I'm glad I came out and saw it. I've never seen this before, so there's a lot of water here, so I'm gonna have to be mindful of what plants go right here. Like a hibiscus would love it right here. It's all the way over there, but whereas they're selling water, they would definitely love it. I'm not sure if my ranunculus is appreciating it, but too late, they're already in. So that one is literally gonna be sitting in water for a while. But these are all my other ranunculus, and we are on a slope. At one point, and I had shown this video before, the rain came and all the dirt got washed off the ranunculus, so they were all sticking out. I'm like, oops, need to be mindful of that. And here goes some more garden mums that I need to get in the ground. But let's take a look at our other ranunculus in pots. They were yellowing up, so I thought they were getting too much sun, so I put them over here in the shade. Supposedly it takes 90 days for them to bloom, so I'm going to keep an eye on them. I'll link when I planted these. I did plant them late, so I didn't pre-sprout them or anything, so they did get planted late. This over here is my Bloomingdale's hibiscus. I'm calling this my forest of hibiscus because look, compared to the other ones, only 2. This has a whole bunch of canes. Look at that. Amazing. Wow, look at all those. I'm excited for this one. Like, wow, it's gonna be big back here, and this is another reason why I moved it from the front, because I'm like, I want more flowers, but it's gonna be, it was so big, and the locations that I had it in was like, let me get it moved but I like it back here. It's like its own, it's a star of this garden bed once it gets done. And yes, I need to come back in and cut the canes out. I have so many garden projects to do, and that's one of them. I have my little lime hydrangea right here. I think I'm going to bring it probably right there in front of the hibiscus. I don't want it to be too close to the fence because it's going to get too hot, but I don't want it to be in the sun because it's supposed to be for zones 3 to 8, not for my zone. So I'm trying to hold on to it to make it survive here in zone 9, and it's supposed to be for zone 8. I have another one that's by the woods, but I kind of want this one next to my hibiscus. For some reason, the contrast between Limelight and hibiscus is so amazing too. Whenever I see people pair hibiscus and hydrangeas, I'm like, oh my gosh, I love that. That is just so beautiful. And I've seen so many gardeners online paired it together. I'm like, yep, that's the shot. But so that's these. Let's take a look. I actually have my dahlias in pots too. So here go my dahlias. Not dahlias. Daffodils, daffodils. I have my daffodils in pots. My brain is on dahlias because I need to go order dahlias and get my dahlia bed ready. And I'm so behind on that. I've been so behind on everything garden related this year because it's been so cold. And I know everyone is like, you guys are in Florida, you're not cold. If it's below 70 degrees, it's cold for us. So anyway, so these are not up yet. I did take a peek, and I'll link a video to that, but I did take, it's wet now, so I don't want to disturb it too much, but I did take a peek. Oh, it's not wet. And let me see. I've been using this one as my peek at it. Oh, there it is. It's right. It came up higher. Look at that. Ooh. Let me show you. Let me get closer. I see green right there. Look at that. It's almost coming out. Oh, there's 2. And I've just been digging just this side so the other part's not disturbed. But look. There are 2 of them sticking out. Ah, that's so exciting. So since I have movement on that, I mean these will be coming through soon. That will be coming through soon, as well as the ones in the front. I wonder if I should leave these. Oh, I'll cover it back up. But look, it's getting higher. It was a lot shorter before. I remember before I had to dig all the way down before I saw those. But it's getting there. It's getting there. And I kept them closer to the wall because I don't want them to get too wet, so the bulbs don't get saturated and rotted. Once they start leafing out, I will start excuse me, once they start leafing out, then I'll start watering them. But right now I don't want my bulbs to get rotted. And these for us are perennials, so they will winter over perfectly well, and I'll put them in the ground after a while. I think I'll keep them in pot this year, and then next year put them in the ground. We'll see. All right, the sun is out, and that's about it, guys. Loving the Valentine decor. I'm so proud of myself. Look at these tulips, so amazing. Thank you guys for watching. Beautiful. Please subscribe and follow along for more.